Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rhett Fairfield, and it's an honor to stand here today as your new Director of Emergency Management for the state of Georgia. For the past 15 years, I've had the privilege of serving as a fire chief for 2 departments in this great state. Before that, I worked my way up, beginning as a firefighter, moving through engineer, company officer, served as a training coordinator, special operations, and as an emergency manager. Like many of you, I've stood on the fire ground at 3 in the morning. I've worked command posts through hurricanes and tornadoes, and I've watched men and women give everything they have to protect their communities. So when I say this, that emergency management is not about one agency, it's about all of us, know that I've seen the effect a shared focus can achieve. It's about teamwork, communication, and the shared belief that when things go wrong, Georgians can count on us to make it right. When I look back over my career, what stands out most isn't a single fire or a large-scale incident. It's the people I was able to serve with. The firefighters, dispatchers, medics, police officers, and volunteers who show up day after day, often unseen by the public, to make sure that when disaster strikes, someone is ready to answer the call. I've seen small towns come together like families. I've seen counties send help to neighbors before even being asked. And I've seen young responders discover that emergency management is not just a profession, it's a calling. That spirit of service is what I want to build upon as we take this agency into its next chapter. When the governor called me and asked if I would be willing to lead this agency, he gave me a clear mission. Build a stronger, more unified statewide emergency management system. One that's proactive, not reactive. Over the next 4 to 5 years, my goal is to strengthen 3 pillars: coordination and communication, training and preparedness, resilience and recovery. We'll accomplish that by aligning every local, county, and state resource under a single integrated framework. That ensures that help is never more than one radio call away. Every disaster we come across, whether it's a hurricane, flood, chemical spill, or tornado, teaches us something new. The effectiveness of emergency management depends on how quickly we establish command, communicate clearly, and allocate resources. We've made great progress, but we can't be satisfied. My focus will be on improving real-time situational awareness across the state, investing in better data analytics, GIS mapping, and interoperable communications. We'll also expand our mutual aid coordination between cities, counties, and state agencies. Georgia already has strong regional strike teams. Now it's time to give them more support, standardized training, and clear mission assignments so they can mobilize faster and safer. Georgia's specialized teams, our hazmat response, Georgia search and rescue teams, and water rescue, the incident management teams that we have, they represent the best of multi-agency collaboration. My goal is to unify their efforts under a statewide response framework. That ensures consistency in training, credentialing, and deployment. We'll continue to use the National Incident Management System as our backbone, while embracing innovation. Technology like drones, mobile EOCs, and real-time resource tracking. When the teams train together and know each other before the call, we help eliminate confusion and ultimately save lives. Coming up through the fire service, I've seen how EMS integration can make or break a large-scale response. Our fire departments often are the first medical contact for most emergencies in Georgia. In disasters like hurricanes, tornadoes, or mass casualty incidents, EMS becomes both the front line and the bridge to recovery. Over the next few years, we'll strengthen EMS disaster readiness by including EMS command liaisons in the state EOC, expanding regional medical strike teams, and improving coordination with hospitals and air medical providers. We'll also support our paramedics and EMTs with resilience programs, because taking care of responders is part of taking care of the community. Disasters are never managed by government alone. The private sector, like utilities, hospitals, logistics, and infrastructure, all play a critical role in preparedness and recovery. We'll expand these partnerships through business emergency management operation centers to coordinate supply chains, fuel, logistics, and infrastructure restoration. At the same time, we'll work closely with local officials and emergency managers to make sure everyone knows their role before crisis begins. Our goal is simple: build trust before the crisis, not during it. Equally important are the men and women who volunteer. From CERT teams to Red Cross partners and church-based response groups, these citizens are force multipliers. They know their neighborhoods, they know their people, and when trained and empowered, they bridge the gap between the first call for help and the arrival of professional responders. As director, I plan to grow these partnerships through state-sponsored volunteer academies and local engagement grants that give every community the ability to stand up its own neighborhood-based emergency network. Prepared neighbors save lives before the first unit ever arrives. And in rural counties, that can make all the difference. Georgia's strength lies in collaboration. We'll work hand in hand with Georgia Emergency Management Agency and Homeland Security, the Georgia Forestry Commission, and our federal partners, FEMA Region 4 and the U.S. Fire Administration. We'll continue using EMAC to share resources with neighboring states when needed. By strengthening communication and planning with our federal partners, Georgia will stay ready to respond faster and recover stronger. Wildland fires are a growing threat in the Southeast. Longer dry seasons and stronger winds are creating dangerous conditions in our wildland-urban interface zones. Our strategy moving forward includes annual wildfire exercises, enhanced resource sharing, and prescribed burns with the Georgia Forestry Commission. The goal is to balance environmental health with public safety and ensure our firefighters have the tools and training they need to stay safe. Emergency management is changing. Climate change is intensifying hurricanes, floods, and wildfires. Cyber threats are targeting infrastructure and 911 systems, and public trust has become as important as response time. We will meet those challenges by embracing diversity, technology, and transparency. That means making sure every voice, rural and urban, is represented in planning. It means clear, factual communication before, during, and after disasters. And it means using modern alerting and notification systems to reach our citizens faster and more effectively. Training is the foundation of our mission. We will expand our State Emergency Management Training Center to include leadership and crisis decision-making courses. We will run scenario-based exercises across the state, promote FEMA's Advanced Professional Series, and focus on building confidence, not just compliance. When responders feel prepared, our communities are safer. Another top priority is taking care of our people. We will strengthen peer support programs and include behavioral health specialists in major field responses. We'll also focus on equity and inclusion, making sure that our teams reflect the communities we serve. Diverse teams bring diverse perspectives. That helps us make better decisions when it matters most. Trust is built through action, and that starts with showing our people that their leadership fully supports them. Emergency management isn't just about response, it's about prevention. Through community risk prevention programs, we'll help local agencies identify hazards before they become disasters. That means encouraging defensible space in wildfire areas and encouraging fire-wise recommendations, supporting floodplain management, and building community networks that can sustain themselves when help is delayed. Prepared communities make for safer responders and faster recoveries. As I begin this new role, I want to leave you with this thought. Every disaster begins as a community story, and every recovery ends with one. Families returning home, businesses reopening, neighbors standing side by side and saying, "We got through it." That's what this work is about. Disasters will always come, but it's our response that defines us. Every badge and every patch represented here today carries a promise to protect life, property, and the environment. When we work together, fire, EMS, law enforcement, public health, private industry, and government, we are stronger than any storm, any wildfire, or any crisis. Over the next few years, we will modernize systems, train together, and lead with integrity. But most of all, we'll stay united, because emergency management isn't just a job, it's a shared mission. Together, we'll build a stronger, safer Georgia. Thank you all for your service, your partnership, and your trust. I look forward to working beside each of you as we move this vision forward. Thank you.